Let us look closer at the fill and replace transformation in Power Query. Assume that you have received a movie dataset that is not formatted properly, and it is more like a report layout. The languages are mentioned once on top, and the same pattern applies to the color column as well. And this pattern is consistent throughout the table until the 79th line. If you want to analyze the data, for example, to get the average gross revenue by language and create a pivot table, you need to transform this into a proper dataset, which means you can't have gaps. We need to fill them up, and we can do that quickly with the help of Power Query. So let us take this data into Power Query. So this data is in Excel table, and the table name is movie database. So go to data from table range, and as you can see, Power Query has automatically assigned a query name as a table name. Also, Power Query has assigned a change type, which looks good. Now for the language column, we need to fill up these null values with the values of the cell above. So there is a remarkable transformation for this. You can select the column, right click, fill, and you can press fill down. This similar option is available in transform tab as well. So you can click on transform, select fill, and fill down. All right. So now all the null values are replaced. Let us check this with the help of a filter. So as you can see, there is no null value in this column. Press cancel. Now I'll just remove this fill down step so that we can apply together with the color black and white column. Now let us take a look on the color black and white column. So as you can see, we have null values over here, and we also have a blank cell. So what is this blank cell? Let us just check it. So it is just a space. That is the reason why Power Query has not detected it as a null value, and it has just kept it as a blank cell. Also, let us see how does it look in a filter. So as you can see, we have null values over here and we have blank cells. All right, so first we have to get rid of the blank cells, because the fill down transformation will not detect this as a null value. Let us see what will happen when we try to fill down. So notice that Power Query has detected it as a cell with some type of a value in it, and the null value below the blank cell also got replaced with the blank cell. So this is not the proper way of doing it. So let us just remove our fill down step, and now first we have to get rid of the blank cells. So we have an option for this. Just select it, go to transform, fill values, and this time we have to find value that is just a space, and then we will replace it by null value. Press OK. So now our blank cells are gone. Let us check this in filter. So as you can see, there is no blank cell. So now we can select both the columns by holding Control and go to transform, fill, and fill down. So all the null values are now replaced with the proper data. Let us check it. So we don't have null values over here, and similarly in black and white column, color black and white column, we don't have any null values. Now in the rating column, I want to replace R with restricted. However, there is something that we need to be mindful of when using the replace value features. This feature is case sensitive. For example, if you decide to replace capital R with restricted, it will not replace the small r. So let us check that out. So select rating column, go to transform, replace value, this time capital R with restricted. Press OK. So as we can see over here, capital R is transformed to restricted and small r is still there, but we can see that all the occurrence of capital R got replaced with restricted. So in order to avoid this, let us go to replace value again by clicking on this gear icon and select advanced option and match entire cell contents. So press OK, and as you can see, now only the R occurrence has been replaced with the restricted. So now let us take care of the small r. So what we will do is we will go back one step before the replace value. So that is fill down, and we will click on the rating column, go to transform, format, and we will select capitalize each word. So it is asking me to insert a step. So now the small r has become capital R. And now if you go to replace value, so as you can see, all small r's are now properly replaced. Also for the null values, I don't want to fill it down. I just want to replace this with a dash. So for that, I will go to transform, replace value, this time null values to replace, and then replace with dash. All right, so press OK. So now our transformation is done. Let us send this data to Excel. So home, close and load to. And this time we are going to convert it in pivot table report. Select this, and in the existing worksheet, I select this cell and press OK. So as we have decided earlier, we want to analyze the data with the help of average gross revenue by language. So select the gross revenue over here, put it in the value column, go to value field settings, select the average, OK. Now let us grab the language, put it in the rows. So now we have a pivot table showing gross revenue by languages. All right, so let us do a report layout in a tabular form. Also, we'll do a number formatting. So right click, go to number format, select numbers, decimal places you want is 2, and use 1000 separator. Press OK, and let us sort it with largest to smallest. So this was it from Fill and Replace. I hope you have liked this video. Please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.